All right, Charleston. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to 96.3 FM Ohm Radio. We are Charleston's local, independent, nonprofit radio station. My name is Jenna Feeney, and this is Live and Local. This is a show where I play local music and chat with local musicians about all things Charleston music scene and beyond. Um, if you are watching this as a video, you can see that it's a little bit different than normal setup. We are not in the Ohm studio. I'm actually in Maryland right now. So this is thank God for Zoom. And I am so excited to be here with John Brewster today via Zoom. Thank you for doing this and setting this up with me. So excited.
Yeah,
How are you doing with everything?
pretty good. It's been exactly 1 month since my last live show.
Wow.
I was just talking to my friend about that. So more or less, I've been inside in this apartment in Charleston for more or less a month.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's gone by fast?
It feels like it's gone by fast, and when I look back, like week to week, it feels like tons of stuff has been happening.
Right.
From a creative perspective, at least for me.
That's awesome.
Like,
Yeah. I feel like the days go by kind of quickly, but that the weeks go by slowly, if that makes sense. Like it'll hit 5 o'clock and I'm like, wow, like what did I even do all day? And then I'll be like, oh my gosh, how is it still not Friday? Like, I don't know.
right.
And I think it depends on the week and where you are and whether or not you're around people or if you're by yourself. I think it might go a little bit slower.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, have you been finding that you are creating more content and music and writing more now than you were prior to the beginning of all of this?
Yeah, like this break, one way to look at it, for me has been just a huge opportunity to focus on the little things.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my recording gears, all the things that I have set up all the time. So every day now I have a pocket of time that I've been dedicating to just writing and songwriting and
It's
recording.
awesome.
So one of my goals right now is to release a song on my own that I've recorded during this time, with the help of friends and feedback and all of that. But
Yeah,
um, like now's the time to, for me, I know to learn those skills. Like when else would there be a time like this
right.
to
Have you
dig a bit
ever
deeper?
done recording solo like this?
No, like kind of unofficially, just little things. But so
Yeah.
far, I've released two songs that are my own, and
Mm-hmm.
they've been with the help through Hybrid Audio Solutions right in Charleston, actually. And that's like
Right.
a real studio. They have the real gear, all the fantastic stuff in there.
Awesome.
So this is a more DIY approach where I'm kind of like bridging those two as best I can,
Yeah.
given everything.
And it is, I agree with you that it's an opportunity to learn new things. Even for the show, every time I did live and local, it was in the studio and that was
Hmm.
what I was used to. And I did it live, pressed record, and then
Hmm.
this is a completely different process for me, not even with this kind of thing, but just doing the show where I just plug in music. And
Mm.
I never had the chance to edit myself before because I was always live. So it's just been a
Mm.
different process to learn editing and just different features that I had never attempted to use before. And I also give props to people who pre-record shows and record music because it's a tricky thing to get comfortable with, but it's been a challenge in a good way. And I think that's awesome to hear that you're, attempting new stuff and creating music along the way. And that's awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah. I wanted to see your thoughts because I have been so impressed with the way that the Charleston music community has handled all of this, from going live on Instagram to writing new music. Do you feel like the community has come together in a way? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's like it's interesting. What comes to mind for me immediately is a snippet that I heard James Taylor talking about in a documentary of sorts,
Hmm.
and he was talking about how artists require, I think was the word he used, require isolation. And
Yeah.
with that, we can re-emerge, um, from, caterpillar to butterfly, as simple
Yeah.
as that analogy. So I think like it's so amazing to see everyone uh, spreading their wings in a new way. Or if they haven't, I know there's so many people out there that are like whoa, I'm not going to my 9 to 5. Whoa, I've have time with myself. What do I want to do with my life?
Yeah.
Maybe I could change things up a bit. Like, what if I'm sure people are imagining right now and experimenting. At least that's definitely what I've been doing. Like,
Yeah.
before things resume, so to
Right.
speak, having as grounded of a foundation as I can to reemerge like as the best version of myself. So
That's a
it's been like
great
a
way to look
balance
at
of
it.
working in versus working out, if that makes sense.
It does, yeah. And I think it's like, I love what you said about how artists need isolation, because I feel as as a musician, and even as, you know, as radio, I think I do my best work when I've had time to just be alone and
Mm-hmm.
think about what I want to do, maybe make a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with writing, I think the less distraction, people might think, well, don't you want distractions? Isn't that inspiring to you? Which it can be. But I think when you're kind of forced to just sit alone with your experiences and your thoughts, that's when you're writing really raw music, at least in my experience. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see all the music that comes out of this
Yeah,
time.
me too. I have
Yeah.
a feeling it'll be really pure for a lot of people, because there are no outside voices, literally. It's just
Uh-huh.
you hanging out and sorting through,
Exactly.
like, I could write these 5 different songs, but like this is the one that really means the most to me, and no one else is going to give me feedback on it, so I get to pick which
Exactly.
one. So
I think
it's like an honest.
we're so used to asking people for help and opinions, and which is a great resource, don't get me wrong, but it is a time for us to really experience our own creativity and
Mm,
see what we can do solo. So,
mm.
that being said, I would love to hear something you've been working on if you're willing to share.
Yeah, yeah, let me show you. I have 2 songs out, which
Yes.
Um, on that note, I'll show you a song that I'm working on right now during this time.
Yes. Awesome.
So this is called Tentatively. For anyone that might watch this, if you have a song title suggestion, I'm going with Why Worry, Everybody's Home.
Love it.
See how it sticks. We haven't been back home in quite some time. Been working all these jobs, but not the one inside. That's when Grandma called me. The timing was divine. She said, who needs to worry? Who needs to roam when everybody's home? Home alone for the very first time. Working all these jobs, but not the one inside. That's when Grandma called me, an angel through the line. She said, who needs to worry? Who needs to roam when everybody's home? Do 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 do. The heart alone's home. Do 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 do. The heart alone's home. Who needs to worry? Who needs to roam when everybody's home? All right, acapella, drop out. Who needs to worry? Who needs to roam when everybody's home? Home alone with their subconscious mind. Been working all these jobs, but not the one inside. Something like that.
I love it. Oh, so relevant, first of all. I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
you, so that is that a thing?
Hmm?
Let's see. Oh,
Like the
that's
view
so
of
much
it?
better. Now I can see both of us. Okay. That
Perfect.
was so awesome. I loved, what was it? An angel through the line.
Yeah, like
Oh, I love that. What an awesome line. Yeah, I mean, I think what's so crazy about this experience is that literally every single person is experiencing this right now.
Right.
At least in, most places, some form of it. And I think that makes a big difference. Like if you experience heartbreak or grief and you go through something, you might write about it and think, oh, well, I don't know if anybody's going to get it, But with this experience, for you to write that, like, I can relate, my parents can relate,
Right.
the younger generation, like, everybody can relate to what you're going through, what I'm going, this whole thing. And I think it kind of just hit me while I was hearing you. I think that's going to be super dope when all of this music comes out, because we all understand what each other is dealing with. So it was just so cool to hear a song where I was like, I completely know what he's talking about.
Yep.
And the beauty of music too is I can relate to your other songs in different ways too. But to have something so specific, I just think is awesome. So
right. It's
I
like
loved it.
Everyone's theme song, all the songs are being created right now can be you said it so well. Like I'm just pumped about that idea. It's really
cool, right? Like to be able, I don't know, like I love when I hear a song that I'm like, oh, I totally get that. Like I've felt that feeling, or I've lived that experience, and all of this is going to be so relatable for everybody. What have you been keeping yourself busy in any other ways other than music? Like, have you done any puzzles or cooking or anything like that?
A little bit of painting has been fun.
Painting is awesome.
I'm getting ready to release my third song on Friday, April 24th.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that. It's
Very
called
exciting.
People Are the World.
People Are the World.
Yeah, and I'm putting together a music video where everybody can participate. We're getting into the editing process, so I'm not sure when this will go live, but if you do see it pretty soon, you can go to my website.
Awesome.
And yeah, like working on a music video. Can't wait to show.
That's huge. That's so awesome. And again, you have the time to do that. It's probably a quicker process than it might normally be. What can people expect from that video, that song? Let's talk a little bit about that release coming up. That's exciting.
Yeah, so it's a song idea that I wrote in like 2016. It's an older idea that sort of got swept under the rug, and I didn't really know at the time what to do with it, and it's always been one of my favorite songs that I've ever written, and now I'm finally releasing it. So it's very near and dear to my heart, and I know it'll be timely for the right person to hear it. It's really, the energy of the song is, which I could show to you in a second actually if you want to.
Absolutely.
It's the lyrics go, I started giving up. Yeah, it's like a very interesting thing, but more how do I explain it? Maybe I should just play it.
Maybe let the music speak, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
what do you
it.
think? Should I go for it? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is called People Are the World, and it's about people. I just started giving up. 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 I just started. I cried some tears of joy, and I felt just like a boy. Curious what questions I still can't explain. I'm infinitely gazing. The day has been amazing. Forgotten all the places that I used to breathe. 'Cause people are the world, and I know we're only starting. Believe me, broken hearted. I don't wanna go another day alone. So give me what you can give, or give me what you can. Will you understand? You are now my home. 'Cause people are the world, and I never seem to notice when I'm feeling hopeless. When you're in the focus, I forget the world and all the people, the good, the bad, the evil, the balance to be equal in a global home. 'Cause people are the world. Alright, we're gonna skip over the guitar solo right here. Alright, here's the last part. So if we rent the RV, could we go exploring deep into the mountains, sober to the bone? 'Cause you are now my home. 'Cause you are now my home. That's that. You are now my home. That's that one.
I love that so much. Oh my goodness. I got some John Mayer vibes. I don't know if are you a fan or like, I guess my question is, who are some of your musical inspirations?
Ooh,
Tough question,
well,
I know. It's a hefty
many.
one.
I have to pay homage to Ed Sheeran.
Yes.
I saw him in concert when I was a junior, sophomore in high school, and at the time I was like a super sports junkie.
Yeah.
And that just kind of was a little pivot in the road where I was like,
I felt a little something there.
Yep. It just was a life-changing experience, one of those.
Wow, that's awesome. I got to see Ed Sheeran open for Taylor Swift when
Wow.
it must have been around that same time that you saw him. It was like the A-Team was out, and I think that was really his only song that I knew, which is amazing. And I heard him live, and I was like, "Who is this guy?"
Right.
Because he is like incredible. And then I've been a fan ever since. But something about his writing, I think, changed a little something in the pop music world, truly. Because once his music started getting on radio, I felt like lyrically other artists started to branch out in that similar kind of way, like the fast talking, nearly rapping kind of style he does. I just have great things to say. I love him.
Yeah.
I think he's awesome.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to me, like seeing that come up. He's one person in particular that I have one of his documentary books, like a biography, and just like studied him a little bit. And it's just wild to me how he's a household name now for most of the world, and he's just like a guy with a guitar, and he's so down to earth, and it's like, wow, you wrote those songs. Like I could see maybe he's writing a song during quarantine right now that
I think he is.
We're like, oh, we get what you mean, Ed.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Me too.
I just think he's the coolest, and his hair is awesome too. Had to say that. But yeah, I definitely see how your music, like, I think he would like your music. I'm going to say that. Truly, I do.
It'd be an honor to share it with him.
Maybe one day. You never know. Never know where things could take you. I did want to ask you, like, when all of this, I liked your word resume, when all of this kind of resumes back to normal. I don't know if we'll ever get back to what we used to call normal, but what's one thing that you're looking forward to doing? Like maybe one place you're looking forward to performing or going to eat or driving to?
What came to mind for any locals watching this? Dells. I love Dells.
Yeah, right?
Anything
Let's
Dells.
get that back.
But yeah, there's so many local spots. Just coffee shops, any coffee shop. I love coffee shops, and so far the coffee shop for me has been this counter over there each morning, which has been lovely. Like,
thank goodness for my Keurig. That's all I gotta say.
Everything is so important. Like each space of this apartment is like, I spend time here during the day, I spend time there during the day.
I'm gonna
Spend
make the
time
big move from the kitchen to the couch,
on
change it up a
Yeah.
little bit. No, it is,
So,
and I we recently came up to Maryland to stay with my parents for this whole thing, and there's actually 8 of us here in this house.
whoa.
So it's been interesting for but everybody, it's so funny, has found like their little nook where they
Mhm.
do their work, and then
Mhm.
once the work day's over, we all obviously join together. But
Right.
I was like, I don't know how this is going to work with 8 of us, but it is like such a big thing. Like I have my spot, and
Mhm.
then 6 feet from me, my brother's girlfriend has her spot. But we like,
Mm.
it's just so funny how everybody has picked up. And I think I never had a bigger appreciation for like spaces and creating your own space. Even my little sister has been kind enough to let me use this area for radio stuff and music stuff. And she helped me kind of like set it up and make it a peaceful space. And it's just been an interesting thing that I never really thought much about before this. But
Yeah, I mean, what a time. Like,
yeah,
what a time.
I
I don't
keep
have
saying
words.
that. I keep saying what a crazy time, what a unique time. And it's just wild to be living through something that is going to be in history books,
Mhm.
and that we are going to remember
Mhm.
for the rest of our lives, and be able to say, "Oh, I remember, when we
Yeah.
were all stuck in the house."
Right.
And so
So
I
what
think even trying to make positive memories so that we can look back on it and not think, oh, what a terrible time. Maybe be like, oh, that was when I wrote that song, or that was when I painted this, or that's when I reconnected with that person that I hadn't talked to. Just there's time for all of those things. But yeah, go ahead
Mhm.
with what you were going to say.
Like what have you turned to for just like handling that space? Like do you turn to like exercising right now, or is like meditation a thing, or
I've
like
definitely made myself do something either outside or physical, normally
mm,
both, every day.
mhm.
And I was in Charleston for a while. We just got here recently, and just bike rides were like, I used my bike more in this past month or so than I had used in a long time. Just
Mhm.
getting outside and not thinking about, the fact that I can't go in all these places, but just appreciating Charleston, the beauty, seeing the water, even though you can't necessarily go like to certain parts or sit in the park, there's still so much you can see and appreciate outside. Also trying to exercise, but I've been listening to a lot of music, which obviously I normally do anyway. I work in radio, but just like listening to new albums all the way through. And
Mm.
like Sam Hunt came out with a new album, and I've always been a fan of his. And he just dropped a song called 2016 that I really, really like. If you haven't heard it,
Haven't heard it yet.
you should check it out. It's really, really good. And just stuff like that, just putting more focus into things that I didn't really appreciate before. Like I would listen to
Yeah.
music all day, but would I really be listening, Or was it
Right.
just kind of on? And so
Going
I've
through the
been
motions.
trying,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think
Mhm.
I've been trying to not go through the motions as much and actually focus
Mhm.
on music or being outside or exercising, or even just, I'm lucky to be around family right now. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't have that luxury. And even to be around anybody at this time, a lot of people are going through this without people around them every day. So appreciating what I have during this time and looking forward to this being over without resenting going through it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's kind
My
of been my plan.
yeah, it might be the guided sleep meditations I've been listening to, but what my brain turned to there was just like reminding myself of gratitude. Just
Yeah,
straight up. Like a practice that I've been getting into is before eating meals is just listing off things I'm grateful for.
that's awesome.
Um, and it's wild because I think something I've been uh, trying to be noticing of or aware of during this time is
Hmm.
my energetic state. Since
Hmm.
my environment's not really changing that much day to day, like, okay, if I feel funky for like an hour or two, maybe I need to go outside and breathe or go for a walk.
Yeah,
Like, just being aware of not getting caught into pockets of like,
definitely. And that's
of,
hard.
yeah.
Because sometimes
So,
it's like, I don't feel great. I could just sit on the couch for the rest of the day and not feel great. And it's an effort to force yourself or convince yourself that you know that it's best to get up and change your scenery, change your attitude.
yeah.
I think I'm learning a lot about myself, honestly. And I'm sure a lot of people are. Just, this is so unique. And I think you're doing an awesome job diving into music and art. And, you know, I know we talked about meditation the last time that we were able to chat, and using that as an outlet is incredible. So I think we're all doing the best that we can.
Yeah. Yeah, like what do you think's what's a takeaway that you'd like to take away from this time? Like, is anything kind of bubble to the surface of like, I would love to have this habit continue on, or like this time be dedicated to actually listening to an album all the way through? Like,
Yeah, right. I think definitely the gratitude portion. Like, there's so much that I feel I took for granted, for whether that was like going out for a drink or going to the beach, like things that we didn't even realize were privileges. And I think just not taking anything that we do or anywhere we go or the people that we see every day for granted, because we've now experienced what it's like to be without those things.
Right.
So once we get them back, we should be, at least it's something that I am trying to be more grateful for the little things. I think it's important.
Yeah. I can't even imagine like when people connect again more and more, just the excitement of seeing another human being.
Yeah, like, it's so
humans
simple.
Are so amazing, and like I'm doing my best recently to work on my vulnerability and like being open to just like the human experience in general. And like, wow, like not hanging around many people for a while, like just the sheer excitement of like going to get coffee with someone in a few weeks would be like, I
can't wait.
Whoa.
Like, what should I wear?
It's like, we're going to the theme park today.
I know. Oh my gosh. I think it's going to be really awesome. I'm hoping that Zoom isn't gonna, because I think we can only do 40 minutes.
Okay.
And I don't remember exactly what time we started, but I'd love to hear another song.
Yeah. I'll play
one of the ones you have out.
Yeah. So I have the most recent song that I have out called Coincidence or Fate that I'd love to share with y'all.
I love it. Let's do it.
The biggest reminder in this song for me is trusting that I'm on my way. Like, even during these times, it's all part of the plan. Like, it's all part of it's happening for a reason, so it's good. Which way's up and which way's down? Who is it that wears your crown? And I don't know what's left in this story. Who's gonna receive the glory? Asleep at the wheel, horse I woke at the shoulder, and I called you in fear. I'm not on my way, 'cause I wanna know if you were to find me well on my way, if you would go to the one place you know I'd be well on my way. I'll never be far, but some may think I'm still lost, but I'm well on my way. Coincidence of fate. Progress to me is not progress to you. What will you do when I tell you? At a I just thought you would be the first to lose touch. I wanna know if you would find me well on my way. If you would go to the one place you know I'd be well on my way. I'll never be far. So may think I'm still lost. I'm well on my way. Coincidence of fate, fate, fate. It's your fate, so don't wait. Coincidence or fate, fate. It's your fate, so don't wait, so don't wait. Ooh. With you, I'm well on my way, and with amazing grace, coincidence of fate.
It just makes me feel so good. All of your
glad.
music just has such, it just makes me feel positive, and I just love it. And I'm so glad that we were able to set this up and do this. Like,
Yes.
talking to you and just doing this today has just made my day completely.
The human
Literally.
connection, as good as we can do it with
Right?
with
I swear,
laptops.
I think imagining this experience without phones or technology, I don't think I could do it. Like, really, another thing I think we take for granted, the ability to see somebody and hear somebody without being in the same room as them. We're not even in the
Yeah.
same city. It's crazy.
Right.
And we're so lucky. And I'm just excited that we could do this. And this is going to air Wednesday, April 15th. It's right now, it's Tuesday, April 14th. This is
Word.
going to air tomorrow at 2, and we will be sharing it. The video was recorded, the audio is recorded. So I'm looking forward to getting to share this with Charleston and beyond. But thank you, John, so much for playing
Yes.
these songs for us, brand new stuff you guys just heard. And where can listeners keep up with you and your music?
For anyone interested, everything's John Brewster. Instagram, Spotify, Facebook.
Perfect. Awesome. And the Ohm Radio Instagram is at Ohm Radio 963, and I'll be tagging him in this, so that's an even easier way to connect. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to 96.3 FM Ohm Radio. We are Charleston's local independent radio station, and this has been Live and Local. My name is Jenna, and John Brewster, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Stay positive and stay strong, Charleston.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Should we end it now?
I'm going to end the recording.
Okay.
Bye, guys.